If you have a kid in school in America, chances are you've dealt with this. It is the new wave that has been sweeping the country over the last couple of years. I want to show you this video, then we're going to come back and talk about it.
How do we feel about these? So my son shows me this when I get home from work, and he said you basically put your phone in here at the beginning of first period and you lock it, and this doesn't unlock. The only way it unlocks is with a magnet that the principal has, and the principal has to come unlock everybody's phones at the end of the school day. When he unlocks it, then you can take your phone out. So you'll have this with you at all times. The kids will have their phones with them at all times, but they'll be in here. And it'll be locked the whole time until the principal unlocks it for you at the end of the school day. So my question is, what if there's an emergency? How are these kids supposed to reach out to us with locked phones? How do they have the budget to buy a phone holder for every child? I mean, I'm sure that the budget's there, but isn't there like better things they can spend their money on? How do we feel about these? Just, what do you think? Literally, put their phones in here, the beginning of first period. It's in here locked up the whole day. Kids don't have access to it. They can't unlock it in between classes, nothing until the end of the day, from what I understood, unless I understood wrong. But if there's an emergency, and we know there has been crazy emergencies these past years with shootings and all kinds of crazy stuff, how are they supposed to communicate if there's an emergency with their phones locked in here until the principal, and then the principal has to spend all this time unlocking this at the end of the day? Doesn't he have better things to do? Just, what's your opinion on that?
So the first thing I want to say is get your goddamn smoke alarm battery changed, please. The second thing I want to say is I very much dislike these, and we're going to talk more about it in just a second, but I wanted to show you a second video because the principal doesn't have to, at least where we're at, the principal doesn't have to come around and unlock them. They do this. So it's like them taking the magnetic tag off of your product at a department store. I like not having kids distracted in school. I like kids not being able to cheat, look up answers, and do things like that in school. I very much dislike the kids not having their phones because we live in the United States of America. Because at any point in time, any school could see somebody walk through the front door and start shooting. And I want my kid to be able to get in touch with me. I want to be able to get in touch with my kid. I'm not going to do this, but it almost makes me want to give my kid a pocket knife and go, carry this with you in case you got to cut that fucking thing open. How do we keep kids off of their phones but give them access to their phones? Maybe it could be something where when you walk into a new class, your phone goes in a bin at the front of the class where the teacher is. So they're out. If you start hearing shots, you can get to them, but they're not in your hands. When you switch classes, you take your phone and you put your phone into the bin at the front of the next class. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know what the answer is. It's above my pay grade. I know I don't like this. I know that my kid puts his phone in one of those every day, and I don't like it for that very reason. What if there's an emergency? Thoughts?